How's it going, guys? This is Isolate here, bringing you PMC week number four. Week number four of the PMC season three, second season for us, of course. And yeah, you can see his team that he brought on the right. Again, another post com. I really wanted to live com this one, but I was just way too sick, guys. Um, it was late, and I would have been able to live record it if I was not sick, but of course that's what happened. So. Um, yeah, either way, here we are. You can see the team I brought because, and you know all of the sets because you did watch the team builder, so that's cool now. So yeah, as you can see his team, I actually perfectly predicted his team, which was so exciting. I really didn't expect to do that, but I did, so that was great. So yeah, I did predict the Hippopotas because if you look at my team as a whole, if you look at my draft, I really don't have too much for Excadrill, and yeah, so um, yeah, let's get right into the battle, I guess. No reason to waste any time. So, um, I didn't really expect it too much in the team builder because actually towards the end I had to like kind of rush it because people just got back and I had to stop recording. But anyway, yeah, so if I see it, my plan was if I see Hippopotas, I lead Kabutops because he's probably going to lead Hippopotas, and I can get it up in SD, and unless he goes for Whirlwind or Toxic, I'm pretty much good at that point. So, um, yeah, he's Kaoru is here. He actually leads with Toaster. Now that's unfortunate because I don't want to lose Kabutops turn two. I don't want to lose Kabutops turn one, so yeah, I'm going to switch right out. He switches as well, which is just an interesting play overall. Okay, I switch, I believe, directly into Whimsicott as I do. This is a great situation for me to set up a substitute, and then click lead sheet, and just above all, just getting some great damage off on this thing with the lead sheet, and it has a really good HP stat with base 130, so we're gonna get a lot of health back with the lead sheet if we do connect, obviously. So I don't really want to memento this thing because it does have base 110 special attack, but it doesn't really use that often because it's usually used for its bulk. But yeah, offensive Vaporeon could definitely catch some people off guard. I suggest that to you, Sketchy Smeargle. By the way, his link will be in the description. Make sure you go check him out because he might have this uploaded by now, but so you can watch his side of the battle and what and his thought processes. I think that's the plural version. I don't know. So yeah, he gets the ice beam off, which is curious. I didn't expect him to bring that, but definitely great prep on his part. Bringing the ice beam. It's also nice for Haxorus, because I guess he didn't want to bank on the burn from Scald. So we're gonna give in here. I feel like this is a great opportunity to get up rocks. He's actually going to switch as well. Go right into the hungry hippo, the hungriest of hippos. He's gonna get the sand. Now this is fine because even if he switches right into Excadrill or gets up rocks, I mean that would kind of suck. But yeah, I mean this is my dedicated answer. This is my response to Excadrill. He switches right into Excadrill. That's fine. Okay. He might be able to flinch us with Iron Head, but we got our rocks up. All right. So we're getting the knockoff off. All right. So even if he's life orb, we should be good here. So yeah, at this point, I mean, I don't really need Uxie. I can just he sets up an SD, which is so scary. Luckily, I'm kind of gonna deplete that out with a reflect. However, if he goes for another one, goes for another SD, that's quite alarming. Especially if that was like Sandy Rock Hippopotas, which means he'll have sand for 8 turns, but maybe he doesn't have that, who knows. So you can see he's LO. I'm gonna get the knockoff off, not getting flinched like a god. And yeah. So, Givens right here, he's actually going to predict the switch and go for Earthquake. I didn't want him to do that because that means that Uxie is still in here, and, well, yeah, Uxie's still in here, and if he'd just gone for Iron Head, I would have, I thought I would have died. I mean, I lived that one for some reason. Oh yeah, because I knocked off the life orb. But yeah, I go for the light screen there. Yeah, so if he had iron-headed me, he still would have the life orb, and I would have had more turns with screens with someone else setting up. So that would have been nice. But he went for earthquake for team. There he goes for rapid spin. Great play on his part, getting rid of my rocks, which really sucks. I'm hoping he goes for EQ at this point because he is at +2, but I do have the reflect up, so it's basically like evens it out. But yeah, he's going to make the smart play here and just switch an X drill. Because he probably wasn't max speed, and if I was max speed, I'd be able to take him out. So with the SD here, and that's great. As long as he doesn't get a burn scald, we can just. I mean, I'm getting greedy at this point. I mean, if I get this second SD up, the only thing in my way is KB. Everything else just dies. All right, Rotom Heat dies to Aquajet. Victini dies to Aquajet. Hippopotas probably dies to Waterfall. Um, and Excadrill dies to Aquajet. However, he goes for Ice Beam, gets a 10% chance freeze. Basically, you're blindfolded and you have 9 red marbles and 1 blue one. The chance of him freezing is the same chance of you picking up that blue marble. So just putting that out there. It's 1 out of 10. It's kind of ridiculous, right? I'm still frozen. He went into Hungry Hippo. Definitely annoying. The reflect wears off. He's gonna stay in here. I believe he goes for Whirlwind here. He does go for the Whirlwind. Great play on his part, being able to just phase out the setter upper. I'm gonna remove Yuki off the layout because he is dead. Alright, so Bone Breaker's here, which is, not the best thing in the world. I'm gonna switch back out, because this thing's pretty annoying, let's be honest. I'm gonna Bliss. I didn't really expect him to Whirlwind me out this turn, so we just go with the Stealth Rocks. Good thing I switched, because if I just clicked Dragon Claw or clicked SD, you would have been able to Whirlwind me next turn, or Slack Off, or whatever. So this thing is actually, it's not Sandy, it's not the Sandy Rock or whatever that gives you 8 turns of Sand. He's actually Eviolite probably, because Sand only lasts 5 turns, so. So I go for the Leech Seed as he switches, just completely fine. I'm going to set up a substitute here, because chances are he's probably going to either V-Create or U-Turn, and either one of those, I might be able to, well, yeah, I might be able to take a U-Turn behind the sub, and he's going to switch, and then you'll have to bring something else in to break my sub, but he can also go for V-Create, which is going to lower his speed and his special defense and his defense. So I'm hoping he kind of does that, but he actually goes for U-Turn, which is fine. It does not ring my sub, which is awesome. Like, that's kind of freaking beautiful there. But yeah, alright, Toaster's here, and that's annoying. However, we can just kind of cheat here. I have a feeling he's going to Volt Switch to break my sub, but, I mean, there's not really much else I can do here. Just got to go for the Leechy, because I had Moonblast. I could have gone for Moonblast. Get some, get some bad damage off, but who knows. I mean, I'd rather go for Leechy than chance and Volt Switching and go for Moonblast to get minimal damage off. So he goes into Mizu. This thing is still a big problem for my team. But I believe I switch into Mienshao here, because I want him to go for Ice Beam, and then predicting, or just like scouting what my Mienshao is gonna do, and then I get a free switch into Kabutops, because this Vaporeon is the one thing that Kabutops can really just sit in on and be fine and stuff. But he actually is gonna switch into BNA. Excuse me. This isn't a BNA here, which is fine. I am True Scarf, so no matter what, if I land this high jump kick, which I do, I take out the KP. Now that's awesome. Truly, just it did nothing, so that's beautiful. Yeah, I didn't really have many switch-ins for this thing, even though I am Jolly and True Scarf, but I am Reckless High Jump Kick, and that's a really strong move. His only resist is Victini, and Victini doesn't want to take hits, or he doesn't want to take a lot of hits, at least. So I'm gonna Lar hoping that he'll Scald. Um, but he just goes for Protect here, which is fine because, obviously he wants to shield himself from the high jump kick. Um, I kind of thought he'd Protect too, so that's why I want to get a free. I hoped he went for Scald, but to thaw me from the ice. But I really thought he'd go for Protect. But I do thaw, which is kind of beautiful. So I'm gonna go for the Deet. I'm gonna go for that SD. He goes for Ice Beam, which is fine. Um, so at this point, I don't know what his last move is. He has Wish, Protect, and Ice Beam. It could be Scald, it could be Heal Bell, Baton Pass, Toxic, anything like that. So I'm gonna go for the SD. And at this point, if he's not fully physically defensive, I'm pretty sure I go with Rock Slide. But he goes for the Toxic. And that's just, honestly, that's terrible. Knowing he has Toxic, he had like, even if he had Scald, that would be better than Poison Toxic, because I'd still be able to live that. KB's gone. I mean, but you're going to see here, it doesn't even matter because he lives it. So all he has to do, if he plays it right, um, he can just like switch in and out between Hippopotas and Vaporeon, because Vaporeon is immune to the waterfall. And he gets health back from it because of water absorb. So he can just kind of protect here and kind of just sit here, which is unfortunate. It definitely is. If he had missed that Toxic, that would have been amazing. Toxic has the same chance to miss as Ice Beam has to freeze. So, that kind of would have been nice, but it didn't happen. Of course it didn't happen, so I'm just going to be sitting here. Now here I really wanted to predict Hippopotas to come in, predicting my Rock Slide, but I just couldn't. This thing's, if I if I blow a chance of getting rid of the Vaporeon at this stage in the game, that's just going to be awful. I can't go for Waterfall and get it back to full health. So I had to go for the Rock Slide, get some chip on this Hippopotas as he does switch in. Does a lot of damage, plus 4 Rock Slide from Adamant Kabutops, nothing to sneeze at. But yeah, unfortunately that Kabutops set didn't work. I really wanted it to work. I really thought it would work too, but it didn't. So there you go. Yeah. So Bliss comes in here. I'm going to just get hit by the stones, and yeah, I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed. The rocks are up. I can't really do anything about that. So he's going to go for the Whirlwind. I don't know if you guys can hear that music or not, but it is in there. It's okay. So Bone Breaker's gonna get dragged out here. This is fine because Leech Seed is still on him, so that's perfectly okay. A-okay by me. Now this is kind of a, I mean, I feel like I have the momentum right now, because again he has Leech Seed. He's gonna have to slack off soon if he has it. So I go for the Dragon Dance. Now, if I get 2 Dragon Dances up, I sweep his entire team, because I'd outspeed Excadrill at that point. Dragon Claw obliterates the rest of the team. But, obviously it does have Whirlwind. I could have gone for SD there instead of DD, which would have made my Dragon Claws be doing a lot of damage. That would have been great. But unfortunately, I did just go for the Dragon Dance. I thought he might switch into Excadrill, that's why I went for the Dragon Dance. He goes for the Whirlwind, obviously. But I do get a lot of damage off there, and he's going to take even more damage with the Leech Seed here. So, Konnichiwa comes in. So, yeah, so he's going to... I'm going to get buffeted by the sand. With these rocks and the sand, it's really taking a toll on my team. But it's okay, he's really low at this point. I'm not sure if he's going to sack this thing or not. I know he really wants the sand for the rest of my team, though, to be able to outspeed. So I kind of just went for HJK. It's the strongest move against this team. I kind of wanted to predict the team and go for Rock Slide, but I just couldn't. I went for the High Jump Kick. Sandstorm subsides. That does easily, obviously, a 2 KO. I'm going to switch, which was, in my opinion, a pretty bad play. I should have stayed in. I was just afraid that it would miss. I'm too afraid that things are going to miss because I've been so hacked out lately. We've had a drought in wins in league battles on my channel. So, yeah, so I just didn't want to miss. But yeah, he goes to Overheat. and Wims got drops. I was kind of fine with that because that gives me a free switch and a bone breaker, um, and I get a free D dance up, which is beautiful. So that's what I'm gonna go for. I forget. Yeah, I do have the Lumberry, so he can't. You know, he brings in Vaporeon, which is what I thought. I thought there might be a small chance he brings in Hippopotas, but that wouldn't be the right play. So, um, so yeah, he brings in the Vaporeon as if I get one more D-Dance up, I win. I mean, Ice Beam doesn't kill me at this point. Toxic, if he goes for Toxic, I have the Lumberry. If he goes for the Ice Beam and freezes, I have the Lumberry. Sand is there, but it's still, I mean, I'm still gonna rip a hole through his team. So yeah, but he gets a crit. Um, so that basically loses me the game. I can't beat his team at this point because of because that freaking crit. I basically lose. Now, I'm not saying I would have won without the crit, like 100%, but I definitely, I mean, at that point, it would have been really hard for him to, it would have been really hard for me to lose, basically. Because I Dragon Claw this thing. I wasn't Life Orb, because, so, you know, Sand would take a while taking me down. Because Ice Beam, depending on its spread, was just not going to do enough. And that EQ almost was enough. If I brought Frustration in return, it would have taken him out. But, you know, I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. So, you know, it really doesn't because I have to lock myself into something with Mienshao. He's going to switch into Rotom Heat, trying to make some master plays. Trying to preserve differential, which is the smartest thing to do, but aha, I do show the hidden tech Rock Slide. No, I don't, because he's faster. Okay, oh my goodness. Okay, so, um, remove Diggersby. At this point, it's up to Konnichiwa. I have to go to the Rock Slide and just hope to flinch out his entire team. I'm Choice Scarfed. But, you know, it's just gonna be so bad. I think I should have. No, I couldn't have locked myself in a high jump kick because then he could have protected with Vaporeon and then switch, sack something off, and then come in and protect again. And I'd rather. I don't know. Yeah. So he goes in Vaporeon. I've already known that I lost at this point, but yeah, he goes for protects. I don't. Not really sure why. I guess to just make sure that I'm scarfed. But if he had Scarf Roam, there was really no reason to do that at all. But who knows? Um, so I go for the Rock Slide, obviously. I'm gonna be able to take out the Vaporeon too, so it's a 3-0. So that's cool. Not sure why he even brought in the Vaporeon in the first place, but yeah, Hungry Hippo. Gonna come in. I can't unless I need probably like 2 flinches to be able to take him out. Again, if I had rocks on the field, this game would be much closer. But you know, yeah, I'd probably need like maybe three crits possibly, but maybe just 2. I don't know. So at that point, he just slacks off, just to make sure he wins. Which at the time I didn't really like. You know, I thought he could have just EQ'd me because he did have EQ. So I just forfeit at that point because I know I lost. Didn't want to waste any time. I was like really tired and sick at that point, and I was just like, okay, whatever, dude. But yeah, we're gonna lose again. We have to battle this team again later in the season. And I did make a few swaps. Well, I did make 2 swaps to our team because at this point I was just kind of mad at where we were, and I still am mad at where we are. But you know, I have it under control. So yeah, this was a pretty long battle considering my team or my draft in general, how offensive it is. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna hope to I don't know. I'm gonna maybe come back. I mean, if I lose next week, I don't see us making playoffs at all. Um, so yeah, next week we go against Tyler. He got his first win um this week, so spoilers, but oh well. Um, so yeah, we're both 1-3. He's got a really good team. I'm surprised he's 1-3 because he's a good battler. And yeah, that's gonna be a pretty scary battle, man. I'm gonna hope they'll live record it, but who knows. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.